vaccine for HIV. I mean, that's so significant.
Yeah, I mean,
It's so significant.
one of the partners of the Global Citizen Festival is Johnson & Johnson. And one of the doctors came out, and this is the news he gave us. He said, Global Citizen Partners Johnson & Johnson commits to accelerate healthcare companies' HIV vaccine, and they announced that for the first time it's going to go into late-stage human clinical trials, and it's the world's first ever global vaccine, which means it can protect against all strains of HIV. So far, it has shown 100%.
Yeah.
So this was, you know, and they were talking about AIDS, and they were talking about ending global hunger. I mean, there were like 60,000 people on the Great Lawn, and I got to tell you, that's what change looks like.
It was incredible. And then I got to say, you know, I grew up listening to Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
And to see him there, he sang so many songs. I want to say, well, I think we have something of me singing with him.
Oh, really?
I probably... So, it was Grammy award-winning performance. My husband was like, wow, okay.
I feel like that's a snapshot of your marriage, Manny. Like,
Yeah.
But wasn't he incredible, Whoopi?
And before he started to sing, he took a knee for America. As a matter of fact, he took 2 knees for America.
He
He took 2 knees for America. That's right.
wow.
And that's his son. And that's his son, which gets us into this conversation. So, over the weekend, the bum in chief decided he was going to make some noise at the NBA and then also at the NFL. And then he sort of went crazy and was in Alabama saying wild stuff like that. Do you have it ready? Show what he was saying in Alabama.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a off the field right now, out, he's fired. He's fired.
That's scary, that part, when he goes, he's fired, that rage in him is...
He also tweeted this morning that the issue of kneeling has nothing to do with race. It's about respect for our country, flag, and national anthem. So I say it is about race, and it is about respecting people, and I will just give a little perspective of why. You know, folks fought in World War I and World War II, came back to America, and people of color, okay, talking specifically people of color, came back to America and couldn't vote. Black people didn't get the vote in the United States till 1968, okay?
Right.
And now, when you see some of the things we've seen over the last years of young black men and black women being sort of manhandled, not just by police, but by lots of different folks. When you see the kind of anger there is at black people, and you know that some of those folks have gone and fought in Iraq and have had 5 or 6 tours of duties, and they come back and they're disrespected, I say, you have to pay attention when somebody is saying, I need you to respect all of us, not just some of us, but all of us. And America allows us to protest that way. He's not blocking traffic. He is not hurting anybody. He's not screaming. He is down on one knee.
It's a silent protest. What is shocking to me, and of course he's advocating the firing of an employee for exercising his or her constitutional rights, which is illegal.
Say it again. Say that again, because it's important.
You cannot fire someone for exercising their constitutional rights. It's illegal. So to hear him say that, that was appalling to me. But what I want people to understand is the anthem protest is not about disrespect to the flag or disrespect to the military or disrespect to the country. The anthem, our anthem says liberty and justice for all. What Colin Kaepernick was doing was taking a need to highlight the gap between the promises of that anthem and the lived experience of African Americans in this community. And that's what it's about. Nothing more.
Well, a couple of things I would say about it. Number one, I remember a scene where Trump forgot to put his hand on his heart a couple of times.
Yes.
His wife had to remind him, and she's from Slovenia, okay?
Yeah.
So let's not go talk about patriotic behavior, okay? That's one thing. The other thing I really think this is all about, besides obviously he's a racist.
Know what it is.
It's about,
I
know, but it's racism.
No,
I mean, the way he
but
talks
say
about...
what it really is about, Joe, what all of this
but I'll get to that
insanity
because the
is.
first thing I want to say is the way he talked about neo-Nazis with such glee. Oh, they're lovely people. There's a lot of kind people. And these people are sons of whatever he said. I can't use the word here. Only the president can say that. It's against the rules of ABC, but not the presidency, apparently. So there's that. And then, of course, Mueller's investigation is getting so close. I mean, 21 states were hacked into by the Russians. We were cyber attacked in 21 states, and that's one of the main reasons Hillary lost the election. He doesn't like that. His ego doesn't like that. It means he didn't really win legitimately. Plus, Mueller is starting to really, really breathe down his neck. And he's getting real close to the Oval Office. And he's scared.
And that's what he does, right? He ran his campaign on racial resentment and fear.
Yeah.
And so his politics is one of division, of divide. 55% of Americans, including 29% of Republicans, believe he has divided this country more than united this country.
That's right.
So we have to keep our eye on the ball.
Okay.
Keep your eye on the ball. We'll be back. And we know that y'all sort of sometimes think we don't hear what's going on in the rest of the country, but Americans are Americans, whatever color they are, and we all deserve to be respected. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We've been talking about Colin Kaepernick and the new guy and all kinds of stuff, and you
I
were...
was just going to chime in. This was interesting. When I first heard of Colin Kaepernick's protesting during the national anthem, I remember my first reaction was, oh, not the national anthem. Because my personal experience with that is, even when in schools they stopped putting their hand on the heart, I always feel like it's one pause and moment for me, for gratitude. Like, my dad fought in Vietnam, my mom and dad met in the Air Force. So my association and my experience was always 1 minute when people were braver to risk their lives for me, I pause, I do this. And, so I had a hard time in the beginning. I was like, that just is such a sacred anthem. But then it's one of those challenges, and I think right now in the divided times, we owe it to each other to pause. And sometimes you end up back where you started, but other times you budge the needle a little. And with this issue, when I started to put my kind of walk in someone else's shoes and say, this experience is different, and why someone is choosing to protest this, I cannot understand. Like, it's not my experience. And so as I did that, I thought, it almost made me prouder to think that I will forever stand up and hold my hand on my heart. But to know that Colin Kaepernick can kneel next to me for a different reason is what we're all fighting for.
That's right.
Like, it's the beauty of the whole point.
It's very American. And I read somewhere this weekend that if you think Colin Kaepernick's, or you think that the anthem protest is about the flag, do you really think that Rosa Parks' protest was about public transportation? I mean, that's the thing. It's not about the flag. It's not about the military. It's not about our country. It's about that promise
But I
that hasn't been kept.
I don't understand his voters in this case, because there he was attacking John McCain the other day, because John McCain is voting against that despicable health care bill that's going to, people are going to lose health care all over the place because of it if it ever went through. And he's attacking John McCain. Now, what he is a draft dodger, basically. He's never been served, and yet he's attacking John McCain, who was a wounded Vietnam veteran, hero, who actually, I don't know if people know, that when they came to him and said, we're going to let you out, he said, no, I will stay with my men. He's a true hero. And this guy is actually, but I want to speak at the moment, just for a second, to Trump supporters. What's the part of that you you go against?
Well, I think
What is it about that story that makes you side with Trump? I don't get it.
It's
I
funny
really
because
don't.
I actually think it's duplicitous, and this is a good example with this particular anthem issue. I think people are asking people on the left to understand the nuance of the Trump voter, which I've tried to do over and over and try to hear what they're saying. But when someone asks you to hear the nuance of someone protesting for the national anthem, they stop. They don't even try to say, let me try to understand.
Yeah, but
it
I
from
would
someone
like
else's
to
perspective.
understand it. I really would.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I want to know, what is it about what he's doing, the guy who allows the Russians, says it's okay for the Russians to, that's practically treasonous.
It's the
A
literally
foreign
versus
nation
seriously.
has interfered in an American election, and he's okay with that. But John McCain is not a hero to him. I don't get that. I want to know what is going on in the Trump mentality of people that make that okay. What is it? Someone tell me.
Yeah.
From Scaramucci here on Friday, he said a lot of people standing around him don't like those things. That's not why they're
They
on
cheered
board.
it. They cheer it.
Well, I can't defend it because I don't understand it completely, but I do know those aren't the reasons they voted for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
The bottom line
Economic
is.
economic nationalism. I
Yeah.
believe that is why a lot of people voted for him. And so these issues don't resonate with
Well,
that
if the issue
community.
doesn't make any sense to you, then be quiet and let people do what they're doing.
Exactly.
Because it's not, most of these folks, fathers, brothers, fought in the war.
Yes.
They know
Yeah.
what soldiers have done for this nation.
Yes.
That's why they're angry. They're angry because they feel that some soldiers are not treated as well as others. Some Americans are not treated as well as others. And when you have someone that started a conversation by saying Mexicans were rapists, or, said, Obama wasn't born here, called the Muslim ban, for a Muslim ban, attacked Judge Gonzalo Curel, took on the Gold Star Khan family, and defending fine people, the Nazis who were marching. Maybe you understand that this is about race, because America needs to be reminded that we're all in this together.
They don't want to see that on the
You know, it's what it
away
is.
from you
know?
have someone do that. It doesn't
you know
affect
what?
your experience.
They have a fantasy, I think, Whoopi, that people of color can be disappeared in some way. That everyone's going to go away and it'll just be white people left. There's like a fantasy going on.
Those days are done.
It's a psychotic
Those days are
fantasy.
done. America is so many different hues and so many different colors.
I know,
And
but
so
they don't wanna accept
that's
that.
the promise of the nation. That's the promise. We're all Americans, baby. We'll be right back. Right before we went on air, Anthony Weiner was sentenced to 21 months in prison for video sexting with a 15-year-old girl. The prosecutors asked for 21 to 27 months, and he had asked for probation, talking about his continual recovery from this illness that has cost him now his marriage and his career and his freedom.
Yeah.
I would have.
Are they taking his cell phone away, though? That's
Right. Well, thank goodness. I think that sentence is appropriate. Had I been the prosecutor, I think I would have recommended even more, because if you look at the facts of the case, not only did he ask a 15-year-old to send him pornographic images of herself, which she did send, he also said things like, if you were 18, this is what I would do. And so he had the intent and the knowledge.
He knew what he was doing.
To seduce an underage person, and there's such a high rate of recidivism for a sexual predator
Please
like
explain
that.
this word, please.
Recidivism, he'll reoffend. He'll do it over and over again. And so you've got to send the message. But I have to tell you, having put a lot of sexual predators in jail, they don't do very well.
No, there are rumors that 20. Ooh,
Was that your chair?
I hope so.
that thing squeaks. That
Do
squeaks.
you hear that? Do you hear that? It's like.
It's like we know where the name Whoopi came from.
That's right. More room out than in. That's what I say. So, hey, now, goodbye. We'll be right back. Now, welcome back. there seem to be rumors, we don't know if it's true, so we're just going to say it's rumors, that 20-year-old Kylie Jenner is pregnant. And Lena Dunham claims that it's triggering her friends who are trying to conceive. So I didn't understand what any of this meant.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw this to y'all, and y'all explain.
I was explaining during the Hot Topics meeting that, and I've been open about it, I struggled with infertility for 5 years.
Right.
And Manny and I wanted to start a family, and I mean, we were having sex every day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day, and no baby. And I had some best friends, I called them Fertile Myrtles, because one of them would always say, oh, I got to get my tubes tied, because if Warren even looks at me, I get pregnant. And I was like, like it's not a jealousy thing, but
it's a jealousy thing.
I didn't feel that way to me. It just felt like
nothing wrong with that.
I wanted what they had.
Yeah, it's called
and
jealousy.
it was really hard. It's maybe, yeah.
I love
But
that.
it wasn't like a malicious thing. And I could understand why, if you're struggling with infertility and you see Fertile Myrtle, Kylie Jenner, having a baby, it's like.
But what is she? But why does that create? Why does that create anger in people?
Not anger. It's like
It's not jealousy
Look
either.
kind of
But it's
angry.
like, I
It's
want
like
what
it's
she
look
has.
a little angry.
Yeah,
It's different.
Envy, it's called.
if you've had and 7.4 million women struggle with infertility, so
Yes.
it's a real thing.
No, I totally get
Like
that.
you see a baby carriage, and you don't know that if you'll ever have a baby in the
I
carriage.
understand
And
that.
you also
hard.
don't know if they struggled, though.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
no
like,
idea.
so-
You
Doesn't
have no
matter, you're
idea.
still
And
mad.
see, you know, sometimes women wait to have
Yeah.
babies, and you have to make a decision.
I couldn't find
Yeah.
a man. I didn't
You
wait.
know?
Because your eggs get old.
Well, you know,
I'm
so
happy.
sometimes people do it early, sometimes they do it late. And apparently a lot of people find it a turnoff when someone they're dating is too interested in them. I didn't understand that either.
Oh, yeah.
So please explain.
Well, if someone's coming on to you and they're calling you all the time, come on, I want to go out with you and let's go out and no. It's
Don't
like,
you want
it's
that?
Like, no. No. That is called needy and annoying. Really? Yes. It implies, to me, that the person needs you and can't stand on his own 2 feet. So that means, what am I, his nurse now?
But
no.
That's the problem with women. Like, I also have a girlfriend who's been dating for 5 years. And it's like, she's like, I just can't find the right guy. This guy invites her to travel. She's like, he barely knows me. Why is he inviting me to travel? I'm like, don't you want that?
No, I agree with her. Why would she go with someone she doesn't know on a trip?
But that's what she wants.
Well, you
Like,
want someone,
why are
you
we
want
so
someone that
difficult?
respects themselves enough to kind of go in slowly, because you don't want them getting ahead of anything and liking you too much, because then you're like, you don't even know me. Why are you liking me? You're clearly passing
What
this
if
around
they
for
just
fun.
like you? What if they
Well,
just find you
there's someone-
attractive and they just like you?
He likes me. He likes
They
me.
just like you. You know? Like, what's wrong with the guy being a little thirsty?
I will bet to anything that your husband was not like that.
No, he wasn't.
I've
I
met
chased
the guy. I don't know what you're talking about.
I chased
you
him.
I remember
chased
that
him.
story.
Okay. This doesn't ring a bell to
I
you
did,
at
I
all.
Doesn't make
Nothing.
any
Nothing's
sense to
ringing
me.
a
Why
bell
not?
over
Why
here.
But
not?
that's okay.
Why not?
Because we got to go.
Oh.
That's
no.
what
I
he
mean, she
said.
really
We
was
got to go.
trying to chime
I want to
in,
know
but
why
we
it
have
doesn't
to
ring
go.
a bell.
Well, I'm
Her bell's
trying
not
to.
ringing.
When we come back, if we have time, I'll tell you. We'll be right back. Hip-hop superstar Curtis 50 Cent Jackson already has one hit series on his hands with the drama Power. And now he's expanding. He's expanding into comedy with his new show, 50 Central. Please welcome Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
I don't know nothing. Officer, I don't know nothing. I'm the one these I be keeping that dope.
You're a good hugger.
That bag coming.
Hey now.
You smell good.
Thank you.
You smell very good. Are you wearing Joe Malone, or what are you wearing?
No, this is actually my body odor.
Oh!
It smells like a fragrance. It smells like something special.
It's his pheromones.
Yeah, smells good.
It's called 50. so earlier we were talking about the Bum and Chief's response to NFL players taking a knee. I'm just, this is my new favorite word, bum. I love bum.
Wait, tell them where you got it from, though. Isn't it
Well,
LeBron?
it's,
LeBron,
he knows where I got it from.
Yeah, but the audience.
Oh, y'all know. Y'all were reading those tweets. So LeBron James called him a bum.
Yeah.
So I like the word because it's just short and right to the point. But when you hear the new guy calling people SOBs for exercising their rights, what do you think of this?
Well, I think if I was the president by accident, I would be doing things like that.
You said I would be if I was by accident.
By accident, if you written me into a show and I was the president by accident, I'd be doing what Trump does. It's because it's like there's nobody there for help. Like, who's helping them? Who's telling them anything?
Well, he supposedly has people telling him, but doesn't listen. They keep bringing in troops like Mattis and Kelly, and they say these generals are going to straighten his butt out, and then he says the stupid thing again.
Yeah,
they can't stop him.
Well,
then we got to get rid of him.
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
So, we love our hot topics here, and you have been one yourself recently. You have made headlines for calling out the Stars Network on social media when you did not like how they were handling your show. You listening, ABC? Your show Power. So, tell us why you did it that way and what the response was.
They immediately respond to the audience because when you tell people to turn the network off and they don't have other programming that the audience would stay for, then they just say, okay, I'm with you, 50. And they turn it off.
Right.
And then the network goes, wow. So we're not in control of it that way
Right.
because they see it go off. And then they just start to want to do more. Like, I've given them things in the overall deal that now you'll see come
Right.
a lot faster because they realize that they haven't moved along fast enough with the programming.
So the viewers have more power than they think.
Absolutely.
Always. Viewers. Yeah. The people always have more power.
Yeah. You wear a lot of hats. You're a rapper, you're a businessman, a successful businessman. You're also a daddy. You have a couple of kids. Your youngest is what, 6 years old?
Yeah, 5.
5. His name is Sire.
Yeah.
Like Sire, right?
King Sire.
And you went to his preschool graduation, I was reading, and he did some kind of a drawing of you. Look at this. Is this cute? And tell them read what he said about you, if you can see it.
He won't be a singer.
I want to be a singer like my daddy.
Yeah, I think he think I'm Drake right now. He's like, he got his pants up, but he's gonna catch on in a little while.
You
It's
don't
right.
ruin that for him yet.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Like, the kid thinks I'm Drake.
But come on, you melt when you see that.
I do. I love
yeah,
it. Definitely. It's so much fun too. Like, he was sitting there, like, I didn't know they did that, like the cap and gown and stuff for graduation.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And he's
kindergarten,
like,
they
to make it to kindergarten. I was like, this isn't even first grade yet.
there's no number here. It's just a kindergarten.
I'm like, wow.
I know.
You made it, my man.
Puts them on a road to success.
And you've conquered the rap world that we were just talking about, how you're getting into comedy with 50 Central. You cast comedians from all over the country, and one of them, for one of them, it was a full circle moment.
Yeah, but Tristan, he actually did a talent show in high school, and he was performing one of my songs, and he won the talent show. And then, as I'm going through the reel, I didn't see his talent show performance, but I saw his reel, and I picked him out. And him, Jazzy, they got Mark Harley, Kia. If I miss the name, they'll be mad at me. The whole crew, the squad is really talented.
And Tiffany.
Yeah.
My girl.
That's coming up. It's my newest girl crush after Girls Trip. You have her. We have a clip of this, though. Let's take a look.
I'm gonna give you some clues, and you tell me who you think it is.
Okay.
All right. So this person played Fresh Prince.
Will Smith.
Okay. You had a dog named after this person.
Oprah.
Yep. Okay. This person, very funny, was in the #1 movie of the year.
Melissa McCarthy.
Okay. No. Okay. She's a stand-up comedian, and she was in that movie.
Leslie Jones.
No. The movie was Girls Trip. She was in Girls Trip. Very funny female in that movie.
Oh, Queen Latifah.
when did Queen Latifah ever do stand-up comedy? Okay.
She's great. She is so good.
But she stole that whole movie
She's
for
so
me.
good and a nice person. And a nice
There's a scene
person.
where she's like stuck in the air and like
The peeing.
Yes.
I was like, what is going on?
And it
Yeah.
just keeps going in an unnatural way, but you keep crying.
I want to talk about another great show. Power is one of my favorites. It's like appointment television for my crew, my family. But I got to tell you, so in the finale, you go and you kill Raina.
Yeah. Someone
killed-
innocent had to go.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, so why did you do that?
Well, I
it
mean,
was so shocking.
It was just to create the biggest possible cliffhanger for the audience. And then it was like she was the good kid.
I know.
The bad kid just bringing all kind of negative energy around.
Well, what about next season? Is she coming back? Is she coming back to life?
That won't probably be a part of the plot. I don't think the audience is ready for that one.
Dream sequence?
The afterlife.
You have to come back as often as you can. You know, it's always a pleasure to have
I always
you.
talk about you too, in your dread. Those are not dreads. Those are really tight Shirley Temple.
Ladies and Colonel 50 Cent Jackson, 50 Central Wednesday night on BET, and we, of course, will be right back.
Next, it's the Big O on View Your Deal. We partnered with vendors for half off her fall harvest of favorite things right after this.
Cellular. Plans start at just $10.
Magazine just picked its fall crop of favorite things, and we partnered with vendors to give it free to you for half off. But it's only while supplies last. So let's get shopping with creative director of O Magazine, Adam Glassman. Happy fall.
We're gonna start from Franny Goldie. These are the most versatile
I love
wardrobe
this.
essentials. Oh, this is incredible. This is called the Jet Setter. This is super soft. This is reversible. So it's 2 for the price
it's
of 1,
super
this shawl. Super soft. This is just incredible. But let me show you something else. This is the Arm and Butt Buster.
Wait, I'm
Buster.
sorry, what? Did you say arm and butt buster?
Buster. It looks like a duster, which it really is, but it's magically cut, and the fabric is so incredible, it makes your arms instantly look thinner. And your butt go like this.
I'd like to see proof of the butt part.
Oh,
but...
it does. You can wear it. And the perfect tunic. It flatters everyone. It just grazes your body. It doesn't cling. It doesn't get baggy. It doesn't get boxy. Really great.
But how much is it, Adam?
Okay. Normally everything is $89 to $158. Today is going to be $44.50 to 50% off. Lots of colors.
This shawl you could get for any human being.
Everyone.
Because,
everyone.
I mean, women, but I mean, it's something that
it's
everyone
great.
needs in the office.
Okay, wouldn't you love to walk in high heels 4 times longer without any pain?
Yes.
You can with these insoles from Vivian Liu, designed by podiatrists. You know what they do? They shift the weight. I know that looks weird, but you put it in there.
I'm sorry. Okay, go on.
You put them in your shoes. It shifts the weight off of the ball of your foot, so it prevents heel pain. Totally great. Everyone on the red carpet wears them.
How much
You're
is
putting
it?
it in your shoe. Normally they're $29 to $39. Today they're going to be $14.50 to $19.50. 50% off. I know. Okay. These are my favorite readers of all time.
These are the
They're from
Peepers.
Peepers. They're incredible.
They have the
most
cutest
fashionable
designs.
ones. Totally cute. They have anti-scratch lenses. Oh, you're touching their new ones. These are blue light blockers. Do you know what blue light blockers do?
No.
If you're someone who sits in front of a computer screen all the time or devices, you need these because they block the rays of light that damage your eyes.
Oh.
Totally great. The price is so good. You're gonna want one for your car, your purse, your desk, your nightstand, the whole thing. Normally they're $22 to $24. Today they're gonna be $11 to $12.
Oh, that's not bad. You don't feel bad for buying a bunch.
No, not at all. These are super
Oh, I
cute
love notebooks.
from May Design. They
Ooh,
are
I got one.
customizable. 3 different sizes. You got the mini, you got the classic, you got the large. You can have a gratitude journal. You
I
can
love
have the
that.
long. They're so
It says
great.
gratitude first, and you can mark things you're grateful for.
And you could also go plain ones. There are patterns for every personality.
I have things like this in every bag I have.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Because you
good.
always have notes you need to take, and it doesn't work on a phone.
And also, you know what you want to do? You want to think ahead. You want to start shopping for the holidays? Because who doesn't love their name
And
on
personalizing
something?
them, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, this is so cute.
So normally the prices are $15 to $28. The deal today is going to be $7.50 to $14.
That's for Gail King.
Yes, it's great. Okay, we have a huge assortment of collegiate silicone cookware and ice cube trays. You've never seen this before,
No,
have you?
I can do ice. Cakes are a little challenging.
Okay, no, but they're super simple. Because
Okay.
the cakes come out exactly like the pan. Look at this.
I want a
A
guarantee.
for Alabama. No, I'm telling you. A for Alabama or Adam. Great for tailgating, parties, you name it. You could put it in the oven,
These are so
the microwave, the freezer, the dishwasher.
Oh, these are like team ice cubes.
They're team ice
Taking
cubes.
tailgating to a whole new level.
Or Jell-O shots. How funny would Jell-O
See, I already did my naughty over there, so you can have this one, Adam. How much
Prices
are they?
normally $17 to $26. Today it's going to be $8.50 to
Those are
$13.
so cute.
50% off. Okay.
Last but certainly not least.
This is perfect for the rain. You don't need heavy rain gear anymore. These are from Rain Wrap.
These are cute.
These are lightweight. They are hooded, they are water repellent, and they are reversible. Look how incredible these are.
Two for the price of
of one.
I like
they
it.
have a hood. They pack up in their own pouch.
Oh, you
so you could
throw
just
those in your
it
bag.
In your bag, in your car. Perfect for travel. Normally they're $65. Today they're going to be $32.50, 50% off.
Those are so cute.
Aren't they cute?
A big thank you to Adam Glassman. The clock is ticking, people. You have 24 hours to grab any of these exclusive deals at viewyourdeal.com, and members of the audience are going home with a notebook from May Design.